Hello, my name is ABUDU, the Chief Executive Officer of EbonyLive Media and EbonyLive Place in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to address you today and to share my knowledge and experience of our great continent with you. I'm excited about the future of Africa. Despite being known for our abundance of natural resources, what excites me most is the enormous potential of our people. They are bright, resilient, hardworking, energetic, as more than 50% of Africa's population is under 20 compared with a global average of 30. And that population will double by 2050 from 1.1 to 2.3 billion consumers, with the fastest growing middle class in the world. Now, Africa is home to 54 countries, and a number of them have been among the world's fastest growing economies over the last 10 years. For example, Ethiopia, 8% for 10 years, Rwanda 9%, Kenya 5.7%, and Ghana 6.5%. With that growth comes a steady increase in urbanization and the services required, infrastructure, utilities, shopping malls that are appearing in cities all over the continent as well. Telecommunications have exploded in Africa, with nearly 500 million mobile internet users and another 500 million in waiting. This holds exciting possibilities for businesses in almost every industry. For example, if you're involved in finance, you may already know that Africa is the world's leader in mobile banking and online payments, and half of the world's mobile bank accounts are in Africa. In my industry, the creative sector, we're the second largest employer after agriculture. Only India makes more movies, and our films are being enjoyed around the world on Netflix and other streaming services. We may not have Hollywood-sized budgets, but creativity and resourcefulness of our people always shines through. Just this month, the latest release from EbonyLive Films, Olutore, reached the top 10 most watched movies in 25 countries and was ranked number 7 overall across 87 countries. Nigerian music has become part of the global pop landscape, with major labels like Sony Music eager to sign artists like Wizkid, who sell out arenas from London to Minnesota and shape the sound of major productions like the soundtrack to Disney's The Lion King in collaboration with icons like Beyoncé. African fashion also continues to influence major designers like Louis Vuitton, Dolce & Gabbana, Valentino, and our fashion designers dress some of the world's most famous women, such as Lady Gaga, Rihanna, and Michelle Obama. Clearly, the creative sector is one of the most inspiring aspects of our continent and requires much more investment to achieve its full potential. Now, we still hold more than 30% of the world's precious minerals, 40% of gold reserves, and 90% of platinum. But increasingly, our economies are depending less on raw material export and more on manufacturing services, especially in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Mozambique, and Zambia. With the launch of the African Continental Free Trade Area in March 2018, a single market for goods and services in Africa was created. Now, for Austrian manufacturers, this trade agreement allows you to be based in one country while having free access to 53 other markets. Its purpose is to unlock manufacturing potential and drive industrialization to achieve sustainable growth in jobs and consumer spending while reducing imports. Manufacturing not only increases productivity, but produces well-paying jobs compared to agriculture and unskilled labor. It will only accelerate the rapid structural changes and development taking place in many African countries and go a long way towards alleviating poverty and unemployment. Innovative enterprises are springing up all over the continent, and startup funding, especially in IT and fintech, is pouring in. In a list of the world's 400 most innovative companies, headed by Snapchat, Microsoft, and Telsa, 10 African companies were named. Amongst them were a 1-year-old Nigerian startup that is creating an African-wide genetic biobank to improve medical products, a Kenyan-based company allowing the unbanked population to participate in e-commerce using a vast network of community-based agents, a Nigerian internet service provider providing solar-powered public Wi-Fi hotspots in urban areas, a logistics startup connecting African truck drivers with companies in need throughout Nigeria and neighboring countries, and doing all their transactions online. This is the kind of African ingenuity that has raised over $2 billion in capital investments since 2010 from the likes of individuals like Mark Zuckerberg, as well as institutions. Austrian investors will find more like them in Nigeria, Kenya, and other hubs. But how easy is it to do business in Africa? And is corruption as bad as you've heard? Well, that depends on the country and whether you're doing business with governments or the private sector. The most important thing is to do your research and to work with trusted partners in your industry. In the ease of doing business rankings, Kenya, South Africa, Zambia, and Botswana all appeared in the top 100 and were considered easy, much higher than, say, Brazil and Argentina. In ratings by Transparency International, Botswana was 34th in the world. In terms of being the most transparent and least corrupt, much better than Italy and Turkey and all of Eastern Europe. Africa is so much more than I can possibly explain in a few short minutes, so I would encourage you to explore the opportunities in greater detail through Advantage Austria. Africa is the future of the world and holds the greatest potential for economic growth over the next 30 years. I hope to see you soon and look forward to welcoming you to our continent. Happy Africa Day.